What's up? I'm Brandon.
I'm Andy from Crown the Empire, and you're listening/watching Rhino Radio.
Okay, so or Rhino Radio, and I have the second time honor after the first time I saw you get hit by something again. I got Crown the Empire. How you guys doing?
What's up? How are you?
In one piece.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but the last time I actually saw you crossing the road by the bull ring, almost being hit by a bus.
That sounds like us.
2 minutes ago, almost hit by your van.
Yeah.
So in one piece, good days.
Yeah.
You're on schedule today. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
No,
Right?
man.
So I want to hear the gossip stuff about the upcoming release. Okay, 2020 was released I think almost 3-4 weeks ago already, and we got What I Am just yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So let's start with 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of bands are talking about social media,
Yeah.
about it surrounding us, but the irony in you guys releasing it is because you guys met on social media.
No.
I heard that you were...
No.
We went to school together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to school together.
went to
But
school.
we found Taddy through YouTube videos.
Yes.
He was doing drum covers of metalcore bands and stuff. But that's how we met initially. But yeah, we did get our first big push online before we had really played at any shows. We were doing MySpace, and it was a big platform before it died. May she rest in peace.
So what changed? Because as you said, I mean, you've met Teddy, and of course, fans, recognition started from there, but now it's an enemy or just
No.
not
it
in
isn't
control anymore?
I
An
think
enemy.
I think it's I don't know, the way that everybody's been using all of it is evolved, Tinder, or even like Yelp. People won't go to restaurants if they don't have good Yelp reviews, instead of just going to try a restaurant out. I think it's affected all of our decision making, like how we approach other people, how we talk to one another, in all kinds of different ways. And I think most people don't even realize that how deeply they're ingrained into that kind of way.
So is it more note to self, or is it society hear me?
A little bit both.
Yeah,
I getting to that point for me was like I just got super fucking high. I don't know if I can say it. Like I'm stoned. I just got super stoned, and you take a step back and look at yourselves from an objective place and be like, oh, it's so weird why that I do this, and like, oh wait, everybody does it, and like. Yeah, it's definitely been, and I'm super paranoid as it is. Like I'm just like generally just a low level, like a low frequency of anxiety at all times. Like if somebody's screaming like outside the bus right now, it's like ah. So that plus the fear of getting that high, it just like kind of spun that whole emotion out. And I was like, all right, we gotta say it. So a little bit of both.
So what's your reaction to, on one hand, putting a lot of information out there, on the other hand, fans knowing all those details about you?
Yeah, it's just like it's a part of it now. Like people want to see more and more. They want to know you more as a person. Like it's not just about the songs anymore. And like it feels demanding, but it also just feels like how culture is now.
Do you guys like sharing? Or is it just demand?
I do to a degree. Like I've finally gotten to the place where I'm just talking about my feelings constantly now, and that's better. And I if anybody can relate, and then that's cool. And then we have something to talk about.
Okay, what about the dependency of music, or even the freedom that social media gave musicians?
Yeah.
So you still see that positivity?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Look at like
for sure.
literally SoundCloud rappers were not a thing. Like that was a term that didn't exist, like a couple of years ago. So no, it's been an amazing platform, and you can find a niche. Like if you want to be like a country prog, Irish folk band, I guarantee you there's a group of people on social media that love exactly that thing, and you could sell out shows forever doing it.
And staying on that niche of the darkness of social media and internet technology in general, you've mentioned Black Mirror in the past.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest horror film ever?
There's so many good ones. I honestly haven't even finished the newest seasons. But I've always been a fan of the Twilight Zones, like the sci-fi look into social commentary about just to get your head in the realm of like, hey, this is how close we are to something like this. I think has always been a fun thing to explore.
Okay, and a recent one that I really enjoy is The Purge. You think that's going to happen one day?
Dude, I think that the more you box animals away from being animals, something's got to bubble up. Something as a counterculture, you know, like people nowadays, you know, there's like, we talk about human beings being animals and having anxiety for practical purposes. Like, it kept you alive, it kept you moving, it kept you not wanting to die. But, you know, if you're sitting in like an office job and you have that same primal anxiety, there's no normal outlet for you. Like, you can't go out and just like fight a bro on the street, you know. It's something that's built into people. But instead, people are throwing pills at it. You know, people will try, like, the pill will solve the problem, and it's not necessarily the case. I don't know. It's just different approaches to the same weird human thing. Freaks me out.
So do you think that people are good inside, or is it just the fear of the punishment, like The Purge kind of suggests?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we all have like an innate animalistic side of ourselves that needs to be released in some sense, and I think, you know, that the way that we're dealing with it isn't necessarily like what's best. I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know, that veil of like order, because we live outside of the like what normal people do for a living, and like when we go out to like a mall, it's like a big deal for us because like, oh, like we get to be like normal humans today. Like what are people thinking? What are people doing? It's just weird seeing that kind of lifestyle from the outside.
And the closest thing to The Purge is coming just around the corner, Halloween. Is that a big thing for you?
No,
guys
it's
excited?
not really a spooky.
I
I'm
hate
not really.
Halloween.
Not dressing up?
No, bro,
there's
that is
slutty
just
girls that we all are? Or...
That part he likes.
Yes.
He loves dressing up like a slutty girl.
No, that's not. I like that, but not dressing up. But okay.
Okay. Do you have a Halloween that you remember as kids, or giving candy, or even egging someone?
I used to.
Used to do that?
Which part, the
shit,
candy
but-
or the egging?
the egging, but yeah, but I mean, no, like
Wow.
not really.
Dick
It's
move,
just
really.
not like a thing for me.
I didn't get really excited about it. It's normally like the girls I was with and stuff, like already talking
Exactly.
about, all right, we gotta coordinate our costumes, and I was
I
like,
know.
it's
I'm
March. What are you talking about?
So how deep did you actually get into it? What was the weirdest couple's costume that you had?
Well, I didn't have anything prepared, and so I was like, I'm gonna be a ninja. I got some jeans, and I put them over here, and I had like a belt I tied, and then put like my t-shirt around my head, and I was like, I'm a ninja. Yeah, so I don't know.
That's
I don't.
devotion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, you know what? I'll come up with something just because it's you.
Okay, and one last emotional question. You participated in the last Warped Tour as we know it.
You did.
How did it feel?
Nostalgic for a lot of people, just because we've done it a few. That was our fourth time.
Yep. Yeah.
It was our fourth year doing it. It lost its like magic that it did the first year. But you could tell for other people they were like really really hit hard by it. People that grew up and came every year.
You're talking about fans or musicians?
Fans.
Yeah.
Fans. And I mean, a few musicians, too. There was a few nostalgia bands that would come out for a few days, and everybody would be there watching them across all types of genres and stuff. Just kind of appreciate and love for all of it.
So there wasn't a tear last day?
No. I don't cry. I don't cry unless I'm... No.
Okay, and I'm going to confront you with one rumor online with a release coming soon, whether it's going to be an EP or an LP. No?
LP.
LP.
Next
okay.
year. Yeah.
Next year. We shot for it this year, and
But-
we just blatantly lied to people telling that, because we thought,
Yeah.
but there's so many moving parts behind the scenes that if like one of these things, like, oh, you forgot to, everything just gets pushed back, and it happens constantly.
Yeah.
What I Am was supposed to come out like, I don't know how many times.
Long ago. Yeah.
But we're just happy that it's out, and we're shooting for next year, but who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen?
So that wasn't the rumor. The rumor is that there's going to be a song on it about friendship and Mortal Kombat.
When the hell was this?
Is that a rumor?
Or even
Cannot confirm or deny.
created?
But it's somewhere out there.
When the hell was
Is
this?
that going to be a thing?
Mortal Kombat? No.
Let's
I am a
think
big
about
fan of
one.
Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
but no.
Already destroyed the band a few times.
Yeah.
Almost did not come back.
No.
So it's not going to be a song yet.
No.
Okay, but is I know that Satellite came back in What I Am in 2020. Is astronauts or space or
Not astronauts. Space like that. Yeah. But it isn't that. It's like a lot more like sci-fi. Like sci-fi and like technology and shit. Yeah.
Okay, Crown the
Shit.
Empire, anything else you want to add to fans and listeners out there about the release coming back and Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, be on the lookout. If we're on tour, I don't know when this episode's gonna air, but yeah, we're gonna be on tour. Come and see us. We don't get to come here that often. Come listen to some new songs. Get on the hype train because it's leaving the station. Choo choo.
Well, let's go.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.